Welcome back, everybody. I hope you are having a beautiful day. In today's video, I'm going to be showing y'all how to make some Halloween style cupcakes. This is my first time making them, so we both about to see how this turns out. Now, my sister agreed to help me out this morning. It is currently 8:37 in the morning. I might sound like this, and if y'all know me, y'all know I'm not a morning person, but I had to make a video and we had to go ahead and get this done. So because this was the perfect time. It is my dad and his sister's birthday. They are twins. But that's all for me to say right now. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the kitchen once he leaves, because this is supposed to be like a surprise. That's why I'm having to talk a little bit low. But yeah, like always, remember to hit that like button, subscribe, share to your friends, your family, anybody that you can think of. Feel free to leave any comments if you have anything that you need to ask me, or if you have any questions about anything in particular. Also, leave a comment, hashtag happy birthday. So yeah, with all of that out of the way now, we're going to move on into the kitchen and we're going to continue the video. Let's go. Okay, so we done made it into the kitchen. What you're gonna need first is a box of regular cake mix. She already took it out. We're putting that into the cake mixer. Gotta follow the directions on the back because different boxes have different directions. This box say use 1 cup of water. We probably gonna use milk, a half cup of vegetable oil, and 3 eggs. Gonna need your measuring cup for the water and the oil. Now, since these are Halloween style cupcakes, we gonna need some food coloring. We're gonna do that later after we mix everything up. Of course, you're gonna need the little cups. Of course, you're gonna need these. Gonna need some creamy frosting. I'll show you what to bag for later. And some candy corn. Now she adding that in. Show y'all have your oven preheating at 350. So we got everything hooked up now. Now we about to turn this on. It's gonna be loud, so I'm just gonna hit fast forward. So after this get done, you're going to want to add your food coloring. Add how many drops? 4 drops of yellow. We just gonna see. Might want to go ahead and use yellow cake mix instead of white. I was following a YouTube tutorial, so yeah. But first layer done. Now we about to pour them into the cups and then add the red in to make orange, and then we're going to add that and put it into the oven. Now that all of those are done, we're going to use this red dye to make orange for the remaining of the batter. I'll use that much first. About 6 drops of red. It's a little light because the yellow was very light. If you want yours darker, then you can add more. It's going to get darker when it is baking, so I'm leaving it this peach color. To go ahead and add the rest of this to the top layers, and we're gonna put them in the oven. All right, so now these are done. I'm gonna put them in for the box said about 20 minutes, but we gonna keep check with them and see. Starting to look pretty good. Might have put too much in the cups, but that's all right. All right, y'all, so I just took these out. They're pretty much done. Now they just have to cool off. Okay, so now that they have cooled off, they've had time to cool off. They've gotten a bit oranger, which I like. They've gotten a bit more orange. I don't know if you're able to tell on the camera, but they definitely have gotten darker, which is what I wanted. Now to cut off the top of it, you're gonna cut off the top of it, the excess, so that when you're putting the frosting on it, it's not going to be too high or too much. Now with this top layer of excess cupcake cut off, you're ready to add your frosting, which I'm about to show you now how to put it in the bag and how are we going to squeeze it, because if you don't have a squeeze bag, which most of you probably don't, then this is the next best thing. Okay, so with your bag and the frosting here, you're gonna make sure you want the bag open already. You're gonna go ahead and open up the frosting. And you can probably guess what we're gonna do next. We're just going to spoon it into this bag. You wanna make sure it all goes to the bottom. Keep from putting frosting to the top of the bag as much as possible. Make sure it all gets to the bottom. So I just thought of something that would make putting the frosting in the bag a whole lot easier. If you have a mug, like a really big mug, all you have to do is just put it down into it and then have the sides of the top overlap over. And then you would just spoon it in just like this. Got a good bit in there. Now we're just gonna pull this back up so we can close it up. I didn't use all of it because I'm not exactly sure how many we're gonna be using, because we only have 18 cupcakes. So I don't know how much we're gonna use yet. So I'm just gonna start little by little, and it's time to start frosting. So once you have the bag just full like this, all you have to do is just snip one of the corners. You don't have to snip it very much, just a little bit, so it is enough that it'll squeeze out. You don't want it to be too big because it's gonna come out a lot. And you don't want it to be too small, because if it's too small and you're like squeezing, trying to get a thing out, you could bust the bag. Now, as you guys just saw, all you have to do is just go in a circular motion all the way up, and you have your cupcake. Now, what I am going to do, I'm going to take an actual candy corn. I'm not going to do this with all of them, just a few. So I have a candy corn, and all I'm going to do is just put it directly in the middle, on top like that. If you want to do more, then you can do more, but that's what I'm going with. The whole cupcake is colored like a candy cane, and now, I mean, not a candy cane, candy corn. And now it looks pretty. So yeah, that's all you have to do. I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of them, and we'll be back and you'll be able to see them all together. And yeah. Also, this is another thing that you can do with the excess that you cut off of the top. If yours come out to be this big, because I think I just put too much in the cups. But if yours don't come out to be this big, then you're okay. But if they do, then you can always use this excess. You can crumble it up and sprinkle it on top of the frosting for a glitter effect, or sprinkles. That's it. That was actually my sister's idea, because I was just going to try and cut up the candy corn. I don't know how well that was going to work out. So shout out to her. Okay guys, so this is what they're looking like all done. Still have a few over there that I haven't done, but just got this little circle done. But that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe, share your friends, your family, anybody that you can think of. Let's get to 100 subs. I think that's about it. I will see you in the next video. Stay positive.